That's probably the biggest thing.
I think there's one on the wide receiver room.
Probably between, me and Freddie, we just talk. We hold our group accountable, make sure everybody's on point. Rick Gaines not afraid to speak up. Tyree's not afraid to speak up. I think the biggest thing within the receiver room is that there isn't one guy that isn't afraid to, speak up and get guys going. I think everybody collectively wants everybody to do well, and I think that's why we've been able to have success within our room.
And with that Miami game coming up, how's your excitement level heading into that, being from down there?
It's been, it's been up high, I guess. It's just the next team we play. I think our preparation is going to be the same for every team we play this year, and I'm just excited to get the season started.
You know any of the guys on the Canes roster?
I know Mike Harley. I think that's it. The other guys I know are already gone.
You've talked to Mike at all? Or?
Nah, I haven't spoken to him at all.
What kind of camp has Jacob Copeland had? Is he going to surprise some people?
He's had a really good camp. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. He's definitely, really athletic and a guy that we're going to be able to use on the offensive side of the ball. And, he's a young kid, so he's still got time to grow and improve, definitely a lot. But I think he's going to be really good for us this year.
Trey said he's electric. Is that kind of the way you look at him?
Definitely. He definitely gives us that juice and spark, kind of that KT gives to us. And, it'll be good to have both of them instead of just KT to get that electric spark when we need it.
Is he similar to KT in skill set wise? He's bigger.
Definitely bigger. I would say KT's more joystickish when it comes to shaking people. But Jacob, he can go when he needs to go. I think that's the biggest thing with Jacob. When he clicks and he starts going, he's going.
What's that? He's what?
He's fast. Yeah, he'll turn on quick now when he needs to.
Do you feel like he had to kind of mature a little bit quicker because of all the stuff he's been dealt with, especially with the injury last spring?
Definitely, he definitely got hurt and had to deal with a lot. And he's definitely mature. He's talked to us a lot, and we've helped him, just get through it, and had his back through the whole thing. And I just let him know that when his time came, he just had to be ready to make the plays, and he's definitely been able to do that, and I think he'll be good for us.
Billy Gonzalez said he had one of the best attitudes of a player that was on the sidelines in the spring.
Definitely. Jacob's not the guy that's, sad or anything. He wants to see everybody succeed and, wants to have fun. And he was just waiting and so eager to get back on the field that you could tell once camp started, he was ready to go.
Does Coach Millen talk about winning the state? And then, you guys beat FSU and you have Miami up next. Is that a goal to kind of win the state first?
I don't think I think it's a goal because it's the next team we play. I think it's not more so of a big deal like winning the state. I think, we just want to be able to prepare ourselves to, win the next game. It doesn't matter who we play. I think our preparation will be the same just to try to win the next game. So I think that's just the biggest thing, just making sure we prepare the proper way to try to come out with a win the next game.
And are you guys looking forward to Friday to start actual game prep and not just keep beating up on each other?
Definitely, Friday, once we get into, game prep, it'll definitely slow down a lot of things, take, guys to be able to rest their bodies a little bit over the weekend and then come back Monday and definitely, get all in the game prep and be ready to go. And, it'll be good. I think, we're winding down to the end of camp. So, just ready to get in the game. We can start the season.
Your last camp?
Definitely my last camp.
Grimes said the offense is flowing a whole lot better this year. Do you kind of look at it that way too?
Definitely. Last year, like I said, we had 15 practices in the spring, and then once we got to camp, we were still learning. There was so much that we had to tweak and change stuff that we had learned from the spring that we were going to change once we got to the fall. So it was definitely a learning curve in the fall, but we've been through the whole season, so Coach Mullen kind of knows, what we're good at, what we're not good at, what plays we excelled at, what plays we didn't excel at last year. So you could definitely just see we're definitely a lot more fluent and poised within the offense, and Felipe's not afraid to make checks, Kyle's not afraid to make checks, Emery's not afraid to make checks, guys aren't afraid to alternate their routes if they have to, and everybody's always on the same page, so that's a good thing.
What was the difference from the first scrimmage to the second scrimmage for you guys?
I think the first scrimmage it got a bit sloppy at times. It was a lot of bickering back and forth. I think the second one was more poised football. Guys kept their composure. We're able to just play clean football and, just move the ball or not move the ball, whatever. Defense made us stop, that was it. And we kind of scripted it different as well. We had punt involved in it. So we were able to get, real situations and actual, catching, see where the ball's set at instead of, having it just scripted, where the ball's set. So it was definitely a lot different. And I think definitely made it more of a game feel than it did the first scrimmage.
When you have a cleaner scrimmage like that, how does it help this team kind of move forward a little bit this week, knowing what you need to focus on?
Right, when it's definitely a lot cleaner, it's easier to coach the mistakes, I would say. When it's definitely a lot cleaner, when there isn't all the issues and things back and forth, you could definitely just go back in film and say, you should have did this, you should have did that, and it's not, nothing stupid or like dumb penalties or things like that, and definitely alleviates the stress on the coaches just because it's easier to coach, and it's easier for us too because it's easier to learn.
How have the freshman corners been doing in practice?
Been doing really good. Chester looks good, Kyrie looks good. They've been performing, at a really high level, and CJ and Marco definitely took those guys under their wing and helped those guys out. They stay out every day after practice with them and, try to learn as much as they can to learn as much and try to be those next DBs in the future to have that spotlight and hold it down.
That's their role, kind of keep them after and do stuff like that. What's your role as an older wide receiver or the wide receivers as a whole what's your role in getting those younger guys ready?
Definitely, definitely just trying to teach them the ropes, make sure they know what they're doing. Because I'll be gone after this year, so make sure they know, what to expect, what the standard is for Florida, what Coach Mullen expects, what Coach G expects, and make sure that they perform at that level now, so that when I'm not here, they still perform at that same level and they know what to expect, and it's not a learning curve for them that they have to learn already because they'll be already know. So they'll be ahead of the game, they'll know what to expect, and they'll know the offense. They're getting all the reps now, they'll know the offense, and they'll be able to play fast and execute.
Year two in the offense, what is something that you think maybe fans or media don't know that will surprise us from the offense?
I don't know. I think this is probably the media has ever spoken about the offense. So it's
Your position specifically.
Yeah, so it's probably a good thing. I think the biggest thing is we're just excited, to get back into the season and finally play somebody that's not us and, get after it against somebody else and put points on the board that count.
It only took 4+ years for us to be nice to you.
Yeah, definitely took a while.
We were surprised when Freddie was returning punts last year. We had something we hadn't seen since he'd been here. What makes him a good punt returner, and what do you think he does and brings to special teams?
He's definitely a special player when he has the ball in his hands. He's able to make guys miss in space, and he's not afraid to hit it when he has to hit it either. And this year I think the punt return team will be a little bit better than it was last year. I think guys know the scheme a lot better, and we'll be able to hold up and protect and allow him to get some big returns this year.
Have one more, guys. Unless you're good.